Hello, hello, Scorpio. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, and this is going to be a monthly reading. So I have started your reading actually, and then my storage was full. So I'll have to start again, but I wanted to keep these cards out and keep the message rolling. But before I get into them, always remember to bounce all messages off your own intuition, your own inner knowing. You know yourself best, right? You're the expert of you, and you have your own connection with divine energy. So you'll know when a message resonates with you, and you'll know when one doesn't resonate with you. Okay, so only take what you want, leave the rest, right, Scorpio? Okay, so 3 of Cups and the 6 of Swords has come out, and I was talking about how this feels it's very social. This is, that card speaks to that energy. And I was chatting with you about just community events, like family events, like special occasions, milestones being celebrated in, family and community, workplace milestones as well, initiatives coming to fruition, contracts being, signed, or, projects being completed. I was also talking to you about a sense of cohesion and belonging in work, whether it be with your coworkers or, the customers or clients that you work with. There's alignment there. And just spending time with loved ones, friends, and there's a sense of celebration. There's a sense of lightness to this energy. And then with the 6 of Swords coming out, that just further confirms this, where the sense of lightness, it's the sense of freshness, it's moving forward. Okay, moving forward. Difficult times in the rear view mirror at this point, right? With the 5 of Swords coming before that, there's a sense of like mental peace, inner peace coming through here, and a renewal that comes with the 6 of Swords. Some of you may also be traveling. Some of you may be like going on vacation or planning a vacation. Others of you may be moving as well, moving to a community that you feel called to. Whatever it is, it's fresh. It's fresh. The ice is kind of breaking up here. And I live in a part of the world where spring is literally right around the corner. Like the equinox is essentially in a few days. So things blooming, things blossoming, growing, ice breaking up, stagnancy being broken up, movement to things. Creativity, connection, celebration, community. Like there's, a lot that's really beautiful in this energy. Okay. So let's keep going with Scorpio here. What else can we chat about with Scorpios? Wow. Okay, so we've got the 8 of Cups. Yeah, there's things that you are emotionally like outgrown, emotionally have been leaving behind you. It's really interesting actually, Scorpio, because when I sat down to do this reading, I kept hearing the phrase past is in the past. The past is in the past. So leaving it in the past, right? And of course, gleaning the wisdom that's necessary and important to transmute it into deeper wisdom to carry forward into this freshness, into this new beginning. And, it helps us deepen our sense of self when we do that, right? So there's definitely, difficulty that you're putting behind you. Also just outdated emotional patterns, outdated, like, things that you've just outgrown, and they might not even have like a challenging connotation attributed to them. They might, for sure, but they also don't have to be. It's just kind of the past is in the past. It's like there's this past chapters, and now you're embarking in a whole new chapter. There's a sense of freshness and surrendering to that, flowing with that, allowing that, celebrating that even. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Wands. And then we've got the 5 of Wands. And then we've got the Death card at the bottom of the deck, which is one of the cards that you lend your energies to. So there's a new season here, Scorpio. There's transformation, a new season upon us, literally, you know, with the equinox coming up, spring equinox, fall equinox, new seasons are starting all around the world. And that also seems to connect really deeply to your energy of starting a fresh season yourself. And there's really powerful energy coming through with the Three of Wands and the Five of Wands. There's a drive here, an initiative, things that you're wanting to accomplish in this season, in this chapter. You're ready to show up and show what you're made of. And I love that, you know, I love that so much. And Scorpio, you're incredibly powerful energy. So there's a lot that, you know, again, has been integrated into deeper wisdom and also released in order to make space for this new expansion that you and the universe have been cooking up together with the Three of Wands. There's a lot of intention that come with the Three of Wands. It's sending out your ships, knowing full well they're going to be coming back with a whole bunch of bounty. Five of Wands is, you know, a bit like gritty. Let's say that it's like gritty. It can come with like a bit of competition or, you know, challenge or conflict, essentially, right? But in this case, like, that's why I said it's like showing up and showing what you're made of. Like, there's a real big drive. There's a real grit to your energy, Scorpio, of like kind of setting your sights and your intentions on certain things and like being very ready to like have that fire lit underneath of you and show up and show out. Okay. Five of Wands is also like knowing that you are allowed to take up space. Okay. You're allowed to take up space, and there's room for you wherever you're finding yourself wanting to be. Okay. If that makes sense. So it can kind of be this kind of competitive spirit, and it also can kind of come with a bit of conflict as well, you know, and you're really striving, and there can be some pushback as well, but this is the energy. It only feels like it makes you strive more, right? And you're a Mars ruled sign. You're like, there is this fire lit underneath of you, Scorpio. You have this passion. So yeah, mostly I'm feeling this to be like friendly competition, healthy competition. Again, showing up, showing what you're made of, ready to, take up space, ready to like rise to the occasion of the ships coming in. So, you know, you're going to be seeing these results take shape more and more that you've set out. And so I love this, Scorpio. You're fully ready to rise to the occasion of your intentions. Respect. Okay. And see them through, see where they go. Have this sense of exploration and adventure. Okay, I definitely feel that in the energy. There's a sense of exploration, adventure, curiosity, Page of Cups, curiosity and openness and sweetness. Two of Wands. Yeah, this path is so beautiful, like, you know, and there's so much direction to this there's just focus and direction, and like the flow that I'm sensing in this energy is like helping you align with people, places, and things that really feel feel on your wavelength, right? Feel right on your wavelength, and there's just such a sense of flow to it. Okay, that's just something that's very much coming through. And we've got the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's just like this authentic connection. romantically, platonically, connection in the community, connection at work, okay? And this I can tell has been something that you've worked hard on, right? Like really fought for, really reevaluated, really shifted around, reorganized, recalibrated with this Eight of Cups. Really examine like what's not working for you anymore, like what's not feeling good anymore for you. And like with the Death card, allowing that to transform, surrendering and allowing that to transform, transmute, and shift into a new season, into rebirth, right? Which is the Six of Swords. So let's see. Yeah, Ace of Wands, lots of passion, lots of ideas, lots of drive. Like this is like very invigorating. It almost feels like reinvigorating, like vroom, the engine just started. That's what I like saw in my mind's eye. So the ignition has been activated here. And there's this like focus and this like, there's this like direction, and it is very exciting. Okay, it's very, very aligned and very purposeful, and again really is assisting you in meeting like the right people and being in the right places as well. That's something that comes with the Two of Wands, and that will continue to happen as you navigate the unfolding path, right? We're always on the path. It's just, you know, we interact with it, right? We flow with it. Anyway, it's very cool. I think I'm gonna go there. And sometimes there's like forks in the path. Sometimes, you know, there's things to be cleared off the path, right? And it feels like there's it, you know, that connotation here with the Eight of Cups, kind of coming to some places where there's been some emotional clearing that is needed to happen, and now boom, boom, baby. Okay, let's see, Scorpio. With the Page of Cups here too, I just heard doing things for yourself. So there's things I sense here, Scorpio, that really feed your soul, feed your inner child, you know, that really nourish you, that you've made space for more. And it's joyous, and it's tender, and it's sweet, and it's sensitive, and it's like a way of relating to yourself as well. Being very compassionate towards yourself. And like allowing time and space to do certain things that just like feed your inner soul, that like feed your like, just like your sweet and innocent desire and creativity, and just to be, right? Just to be in your body, to be outside, to be around people that you feel really safe with, that you feel really at home around, to try new things that intrigue you, that delight you, and like scrapping like the outcome and just allowing yourself to express and explore these things, you know, letting go of like needing to be perfect and masterful at them, just allowing yourself to like touch, taste, and feel like these, you know, new hobbies, or, you know, it could be literally anything, you know, taking a certain class, you know, wanting to go on a certain hike, or, you know, taking time out to paint or journal, or to, you know, start that DIY, you know, or whatever it is for you. No matter what it is, it's innocent, it's joyful, and it's about like the unfolding process. It's about the journey. It's about the experience. And there's so much to learn and to delight in with what this energy is speaking about. Okay, Scorpio. exactly. So we've got Tanit, pleasure. Yeah, exactly. There's a better way of looking. How beautiful. Pleasure. There's kind of this energy of making more room for pleasure. And like reveling in things that bring you pleasure and joy. And with the Page of Cups, there's an innocence to it, and just allowing yourself to enjoy whatever it is that feeds your soul. Okay? Whatever it is that feeds your soul. This light is wow. I hope it's not too distracting. It's beautiful, but I hope it's not too distracting. Yeah, like taking pleasure in things, and the space that you've created emotionally with the Eight of Cups. This is exactly, the Eight of Cups is, flying towards the Nine of Cups, which is pleasure, and which is bliss, and creating an emotionally safe place for yourself in your body, to feel at home in yourself, to feel, pleasure in your body, and to really tap into your senses, and to connect that into, nature and life. And there's a different pace here. It's full steam ahead while also dilly-dallying all at the same time. And maybe there's this kind of balance you've been working with yourself to, find that sweet spot, so to speak. So we've got repairing the veil, forgiveness. This is, coming into deeper cohesion with yourself. And the past, being in the past, taking the time to integrate the wisdom, the information, the learning, and transmuting it into deeper wisdom that you will carry forward and express moving forward. But then releasing the rest and actively taking a step forward and flowing and surrendering to this new season that is upon you. That is also been in co-creation with you and the divine as well, and it's really beautiful. And forgiveness is, a gift that we give ourselves ultimately, that helps us release the pressure or release the burden that may not even be ours to carry, right? It's forgiving ourselves for not knowing what we know now then. It's loving on ourselves. If mistakes were made, which we all make mistakes, right? It's like acknowledging and forgiving ourselves for making a mistake, and kind of coming to this place of being like, the only thing that we can do is carry that wisdom forward and, implement that to mitigate from making that same mistake again, right? And even if it is made again, because it can take many forms. There's a self-forgiveness process with that for even just being human. I'm feeling, Scorpio, that and also if there's been harm done to you from another at any point in your life, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, and being knowing that you did not deserve that. Whatever happened is not your responsibility. You did nothing to deserve that, right? And how liberating and freeing that is. So forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves to free ourselves from the burdens of the past experiences, and then that active intention of I will utilize this wisdom moving forward. And that is all that we can do, right? That is all that we can do. I hope that makes sense, because there's this breath of fresh air that I'm sensing here that this reading is tapping into. All of these things are kind of nuanced here, and the cards are showing me quite a deep healing process that has happened. And now it's like the moment that we're talking about of like taking that wisdom and implementing it and feeling this fresh breath of air and the ice breaking and things blossoming and ships coming in and feeling inspired and tapping into the pleasure in the body and pleasure in life, pleasure in connection and community and in creativity, feeling in flow in your work. Like, you've worked really hard to get to this point, Scorpio. You've worked really hard to get to this point, and it's time to enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's okay to enjoy it. It's important to enjoy it, actually. Okay? And I that's where this kind of Page of Cups, having this kind of deeper tenderness and a relation to yourself, and that comes from deep self-forgiveness, soul forgiveness, and like active, I will do better next time energy, as well as I did nothing to deserve that. And I'm going to love on myself because there's nothing that you did to deserve. You know what I mean? So it's very tender and very compassionate and very sweet and loving. Deep, radical kind of self-love and acceptance here. And it feels incredibly transformational, like, and authentic and celebratory and free. So let's get you a postcard from Spirit. Scorpio. Dearest you, the common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. We talked about that. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely, or will it straitjacket you? It's your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Loving you always and forever. Well, I think that's a beautiful place to conclude this reading. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was really beautiful, and I thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I will catch you in the next one.